call on the 7th of November 2023. And of course, we are very aware of it, that this topic is very important for a lot of people. And for that reason, we will go step by step through with what is the current status. And the most important thing on that whole, of course, is what is a solution to that. Because in the end, I think this is the only thing what counts. And so before, of course, we will go through the basic status about TUPAN of their migration process, how they have planned to do. And then, of course, we are coming to the solution. And I think this is a very exciting information for everyone, but we will go forward step by step. Yeah. So for that reason, of course, we have also very special guests invited, which are leading us through this call. And the first one, of course, I see him already here in the camera, is already in the call, the founder of Zeniq, Magister Erwin Doctor. So welcome, Erwin. Then we have the managing director of the Sophia community, Henk Diebrink, and advisor of Sophia, Werner Kaiser. That's me. Yeah. So I would say we just get started. So what topics we want to address? Like I said before, current status about the migration process of TUPAN, and of course, which is much more important from my point of view, the solution for all people which are minting the TCT token through masternodes. And on that, of course, we will be mainly focused. But of course, before we are starting with the current status of TUPAN. So I think, Erwin, I give over to you. And there are, I think, a lot of informations to share, which are important to know.
Yeah, thanks, Werner. Maybe we can go to the next page. Good, here. So as we mentioned already, the whole time we were trying to support in this migration process as much as possible to find a solid solution. And I want to just give a few insights for, I don't know if everybody's aware about the whole situation, that actually the migration program, how it is done, it's not possible in this way. Why? Because if you're doing a migration, you have on one side, for example, the 4 billion tokens that we will have on the Zeniq Smart Chain. So 4 billion TCT we will have. And on the other side, you need to mirror this amount. So you need to have on the other side also 4 billion token. If you're not doing this, you're creating a damage for the holders. Yeah. And if you see what happened is that on one side, we have 4 billion tokens, and on the other side, we have just half of it. So half of the other tokens will have a damage, a financial one. And so we were trying to prevent this in trying to find solutions, trying to support. We suggested already, as in the last call, told this purchase of the Zeniq token could be one solution. This is what we did from the Wave to the Zeniq Smart Chain. Another one could be the lock and mint and the burn and release procedure. This is a very, very common tool and a smart contract, which is full transparent. It's not sending the TCT to one wallet, which is totally centralized control, and you need to send your private data to somebody. So this is, from my point of view, not a very clean solution. And the last one is the Bitmart. It was mentioned that we are blocking Bitmart. So I want to point out and underline that we are not a party who is blocking the Bitmart migration. So it's the other way around. So also for this, we will be happy to support on this and to go forward with this solution. So these are the 3 migration solutions that we are suggesting to have a clean and transparent migration. Yeah.
Just possibly, Erwin, I will just add something short to this lock and mint and burn and release procedure. So for those people possibly that don't know what that mean, so this is a common, how to say, way to do a proper migration. So that means you send 20. On the other side is coming out BIP 20, also the Binance token, and on the send 20 side, the token is burned. So that means this is a proper migration process. No documents are needed, nothing is needed. So this is like it's done on a normal way. So something to program is not a big thing. As I think, Erwin, what I've understood, this was also offered, of course, by Zeniq. So yes, it's a very, very easy way and the common way. So, but how they are doing that or want to do it, of course, is, from my point of view, have very less to do with a proper migration process. But to that, of course, we are coming in a few minutes. Yeah.
Also, if he don't accept that we are doing it, he can ask somebody who knows how to do it, and they can do it for him. But I think this is a solid way how to do it, and this is what was missing until now, because he cannot cause a financial damage to half of the people, half of the token holders, because 2 billion tokens are missing. And this is actually the main issue, that he's causing here a damage to the token holders.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that Werner mentioned already. For a migration process, to send your private data to somebody, it's a very delicate topic. We were talking about this already at our last event that we had in Budapest. I mean, it's up to you, but to share private informations is a very delicate topic, and we are not recommending to do this if there is not the proper information what will be done with these private informations.
I also would like to add something small to that, or we don't know, but I think it is like that. So I don't think that anyone have with TUPAN of the community a data protection agreement. So nobody knows basically what they will do with these data. They're using that on a positive way or they're using it on the other way. Yeah? So because there is no agreement in place for that, with the community and with TUPAN. And of course, also something should get asked, possibly why you have to send, for example, a screen of your balance, of your ledger, what this have to do with the token. So basically nothing. So a token migration process don't require such data. So and this is also something where possibly everyone should think about it, why they want to have that. And just would like to address here something. I think Erwin also what discussed. We discussed that also before. So possibly everyone have recognized who was attending yesterday this call from TUPAN that they have announced there to start their own affiliate program. So this everyone should shortly think about it. When you request such data, and at the same time you are announcing that you are starting an affiliate program. Possibly it have a reason why these status are requested. This cannot have to do anything to do with the token, because for a proper migration process like lock and burn, what we have seen before, this is not needed. So just how to say, also think a little bit in this direction, and this would also a little bit explain how they behave or why they behave like that, what they have done in the last weeks, because you know, when you do something great, with a great intention and you give your best and the project is great, then you don't have to take care on that, because then the light will shine anyway on the project, because it's just great. So when you have to work like that, that you try to damage someone or to blame someone with wrong claims and everything, so possibly this is a strategy, how to say, just turn on a little bit or turn down a little bit the light from someone else, that a little bit light is coming on your own. So this is how to say, when we talk about normal behavior, this is just what I think, this is my point of view. This has nothing to do with a proper business behavior or in general, a human behavior. Erwin, you want to say something in addition to that?
Yeah, I maybe one point that I didn't mention before, but I think it's also important to understand how they are acting in this migration program. So on one side, I said already that 4 billion tokens will be produced on the Zeniq Smart Chain. On the other side is just 2 billion. So 2 billion are missing. Yeah. Now imagine that on top you're getting 5% of the tokens. How is this possible? And on top, you're getting extra tokens for staking. How is this possible? And if you check the link that I was shared already before, now at the moment, we have already 2.1 billion tokens produced already in the Zeniq smart chain. Also, if we would say, okay, now it's the goal to switch, and everybody will switch because it's a solid project. They bought land, they are developing the trees, they are doing the CO2 certificates that they were announcing. It's not possible because 2.1 are already now, at this moment, already produced, and the smart contract have just 2 billion tokens. So how will you put on top staking? How will you put on top this 5%? So this is not working at all. And this is why we are pointing this out, that this is not the way how a solid migration should be done.
Yeah.
Also the voting mechanism. So we sent out the tokens for the voting, but as I see, it's very hard for us because they are working really hard against it. And we would still like to do it. We will still like to continue with this process because I think it's important also for the next steps and with the stuff that we will announce to bring a voice, to bring questions and to let the community decide in which direction the community want to go. Yeah. And so we will continue with this program and it will be activated as soon as possible. And then we can still progress and ask the community what they want to do. There will be a lot of information today and also the next few days. And we will give suggestions and let the community decide in which direction they want to go. We will share all the informations also with the people, all the addresses, all the informations, all the links.
Right.
Yeah. Werner, you want to say something?
No, this is a statement which will get sent out in around 1.5 hours. It will be available in German and in English, where, how to say, just a few questions have to get asked. And so based on the circumstance, the TUPAN is not really communicating. We would ask a few, how to say, important things. One of the things is, of course, that they are repeating all the time that, how to say, money would be missing on their side. And so they was not able to build up their project. So, of course, everyone can create the PowerPoint slides. Yeah, what they are doing and claim their, I don't know which amounts, whatever. So this sales report, and everyone have got it also in his Saphir back office, so you can prove it by yourself. These are live data from the system. Yeah? And there it's clearly to see that TUPAN have to pay something to Zeniq. It's not the opposite way, because like also mentioned in the last call, in this project, because we have believed in TUPAN, yeah? Because I think this is something where everyone want to, how to say, want to support, want to help, you know, to protect the nature, the animals there. This is something which comes from the heart. Yeah? So for that reason, not just from the business side, also about the topic, Zeniq was supporting in all directions with listing on the exchanges, with liquidity providing, all the things. And in this final settlement, of course, is the outcome in the end. So they have to pay back to Zeniq and their contractors around 347,000 euro. So this is the result based also when we talk about the hub sales on live data out of the system. Yeah? So, and I also want to give you something else to think. Possibly you know that it was communicated through TUPAN that there's a vending pool. So that means people are sending there the TCT tokens. In the background is running the CO2 certificate trading. And based on these margins, then of course they're purchasing that back and you get it converted in USDD or whatever. Yeah? So when you look to this webinars, what they have done, they have claimed there that Zeniq, for example, would have to pay more than 1 million for this vending pool. So then I ask myself why, because when they are doing in the background the CO2 certificate trading, where there is liquidity needed for that, because this is the foundation for this vending pool is the CO2 certificate trading. So there is no additional liquidity needed for that, because based on the margin of the CO2 certificates, this is happening normally. Yeah? So and of course, this is just something what they're state repeating and repeating, but of course the live data is saying completely something else. And this is also, of course, that what TUPAN have in their corporate account to see. Yeah? Also some other interesting information. So until this whole thing have started with TUPAN on the 9th of October, because before everything, from my point of view, have looked very well. You also have seen in the last call that what was communicated on the 2nd of October with the investment fund and this purchasing on the market. So everyone was very excited. The prices were going up on the exchanges. So, and then on the 9th of October, of course, it have turned completely around. So there are a lot of, how to say, people have started a little bit to have a look. What could be the reason for that? One of the reasons, like I said before, could be their planned affiliate program, possibly. Something else which was coming now to our all attention is that, how to say, Mr. Oderly have a few other challenges to solve, possibly. So this you can read them by yourself, and this news or this document is sent out. It will be done in the official Telegram channels of Sophia. You can click on the links, you can prove it by yourself. So possibly this behavior of TUPAN have a completely other reason. Yeah, also just not want to enter now too deep in that. Read it by yourself, and possibly you will be surprised. Like we also were when we have got from very special sources this information. Yeah? Want to say something in addition, Robin?
No, I think it's important now to give this information that people can make their own picture out of it, and that we are trying to share as much as we can, and to help the people to take a good and right decision. And on top, I think we will have a great announcement today to show the people how much we care about the community and how much we care about the people behind. And also, if, let's say, one project is not working and it's going in such a direction that we are trying the maximum what we can to support all the people here.
Yeah. So basically, a lot of people have asked in the last weeks, of course, what they should do now. Should they send with TCT tokens in this migration process for TUPAN? Should they wait? What they should do now with that? So basically, there are two main options. What someone can do, of course, it's everyone's self-decision. Yeah. So this decision nobody can take over for you. It's your decision. But I think Henk is also, of course, in the call with us. Henk, would like to say something to that?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Yes, you must understand that if you migrate your TUPAN tokens, you're also losing your rights on a possible court case against TUPAN. And if you keep them, you will keeping your rights of this court case. I think everybody should be aware of that also. That is, I think, an important topic here.
Yeah. So that means it's basically on everyone by itself how you want to proceed. Yeah? But of course, one of the great things of this call today is not just that we talk about this situation of TUPAN, like you announced in the beginning. We will talk also about solutions, and this is the most important thing because when TUPAN is still performing, they are doing a great project. So you send there the tokens, they have the possibility to develop in a very positive direction. Great. Yeah? So, but based on that, what has happened the last few weeks out of nothing. Yeah? So from one day to the other, they have changed everything around. How to say, everyone can decide for himself, but this is just how I see it. I'm not so sure anymore that they are doing what they say. Let it say like that. Yeah? So for that reason, of course, there was a lot of meetings and a lot of discussions and everything, how we could help the community. Because what is also important to understand is Zeniq and Sophia have fulfilled their task. So that means Zeniq was providing the technology for the minting process, validation process on the blockchain. So like everyone knows it anyway here in the call. And Sophia have built it up for this spectacular project, a massive community. So that means without the work and the time and the sweat of everyone here in the call, and those are those people which are not in the call right now, so they have built up this community for this project. yeah, to do something great for the nature. So this was the intention. So, but based on that, what has happened in the last few weeks, so everyone have to decide for himself how you see that now. Yeah? So I see it from a very different perspective, if I just can speak for myself, but you have to decide for your own. So, but now, of course,
sorry, Werner, just to point out a little bit more, if you go one slide back.
Yeah.
Was absolutely right what you said, but to make it more clear for all the people. So the first version is you're accepting the migration, how TUPAN wants to do it. It's the first version. You can do it. The second version is we are trying together, the community, all the holders, that he's changing the migration program so that nobody can be damaged. Because at the moment, half of the token holders will not get what they deserve. Yeah, so he needs to change in the second version the migration program, yeah, and put 4 billion tokens on the left and on the right side. This is the second version. The third version is, of course, that if he really is closing on the 9th of November, the migration, then it's the legal option, the next one. These are the options.
Exactly. And of course, also when this would appear, so this will have also support, of course, by Zeniq and Sophia, because how to say, our biggest intention is, and this is also where we see then the solution, which was prepared in the meantime, and it's a great one, so that nobody gets harmed. Yeah? So even if Zeniq and Sophia have fulfilled their task to 100%. Yeah? So it's to 100% on TUPAN to solve that on the proper way. But if they are not, how to say, not willing or not able to do it, so we have the intention that still for all community, for the minters of the TCT token and also for the holders of the TCT token, that no damage is possible. Yeah? So this is the main intention. So we're taking 100% care on everyone. And this is also what we have announced in the Telegram post. So we will stay behind you like a rock. There you can be sure. Yeah? And everything what is needed to convince TUPAN to do the things correct, what they have promised 1.5 years to the community, we will try everything that they find their right way again. Yeah? Okay, but now of course, we are changing over to this very positive news. So because I think everyone have experienced that already in his own life. Sometimes are happening things which are not so nice in the first moment and also not understandable sometimes why it is in this moment like that. But then it turns out after a specific time frame, after weeks, after months, after years, that possibly there was also something good in it. And possibly that what was needed now to do will create something even better like it was originally planned. And specifically for all those people, of course, which have purchased TUPAN masternodes and were minting the TUPAN community token. So how this solution looks like, and how to say, the great thing on that is that it's also not limiting anyone what he's doing with his TUPAN community tokens. So that means there are basically two things what someone can do, and one thing is not excluding the other one. So that means you can do both. So this is important. So you not have to choose between A or B, you can choose for A and B. Yeah. So that means when you still believe in that what TUPAN is doing right now, and they are building up a proper project and everything is fine, and you also accept, of course, their specifications for the current minting process or for the current migration process, then of course feel absolutely free to migrate your minted TUPAN tokens to the Binance chain, which is not the problem. This migration process, just the way how they are doing it, is a problem. So, but you can do that. And then, of course, yeah, we all hope that TUPAN is building up a great project that everyone will be super happy afterwards. Yeah? So this is the first thing. So, and then, of course, there is a solution now. And I think everyone who understands that now in the next few minutes will be very happy, because that what we will see is probably much more stronger, like TUPAN ever could do it with their project. And I just want to say a few sentences before we are getting started with that. This Zeniq and also Sophia don't what had to do. This is important to understand, because Zeniq and Sophia have fulfilled their task. Yeah? So it's on TUPAN now to fulfill that what they have promised the community 1.5 years long. But like I said before, we want that nobody's getting harmed. Yeah? So for that reason, how to say, it will, Zeniq and Sophia is taking a lot of money in his hands now to make that happen, what we will see now. Yeah? Because this costs a lot, but it will solve for everyone here the situation on a very, very positive way. And so this is the second possibility. Like I said before, it's not excluding the first one. You still can send there the TUPAN token to the migration process. And the second thing is, everyone who has purchased TUPAN masternodes will receive, based on the original purchase price of these masternodes, a product coupon so with 80% of the original purchasing price, dedicated for masternodes to mint a new token for a spectacular project with an enormous potential. And it's all free of charge. So there's no payment what you have to do in addition or something like that, like some companies are playing sometimes around in this direction. You're getting that for free. Yeah. So this is how to say, a big stuff to do for Zeniq and for Sophia, but we are doing that. So because, like I said before, we want that everyone in the community is happy. Just to summarize that again. So you have both. You don't have to choose between the option 1 or the option 2, even if you send all your minted TUPAN community tokens in this migration process with TUPAN, you still get this product voucher for 80% of the original price of your masternodes to mint the other token with such a high potential. So that means it's not 1 or 2, it's both. So I hope this is quite understandable, and this is, I think, a very, very strong thing.
Yeah. First, I think it's important to mention that this project, the number 2 that we will show in a very short while, was a project that we have planned for next year in summer. But because of this situation, we decided to put this much earlier and to offer this as a support. And this is very important. It's an additional support. So based on your decision, what you're taking in 1, if you're sending the tokens now, as TUPAN is suggesting, or if you're sending the tokens with a hopefully new migration model, with Bitmart, for example, or if you don't decide to send the token and TUPAN is really closing on the 9th of November to go the legal way. Yeah. So these are for number 1, the options, and number 2, it's something additional. Yeah, and this is what we are doing, thanks to Sophia also, to show our commitment and to show our support. If the project number 1 is not working, we are giving this on top, so that you don't have to decide left or right, or you don't have to be afraid. We are supporting with number 2 as much as we can.
Yeah. Also, one question what they have seen in the chat, someone have asked if the current TUPAN masternodes will still mint. Yeah, of course they will mint. Yeah, because Sophia and also Zeniq are fulfilling their task. Yeah, so they still mint until they mint, and then TUPAN is agreeing to another migration process. Then hopefully all these TCTs also can be migrated in the TUPAN project. Yeah, so this just to answer this, I think also important question which was in the chat to see. Yeah, so how this solution looks like, and I'm very excited because it was not easy to put that together, and thanks to Zeniq, because like Erwin have said, that this was a tokenization project planned for next year, and it's one of the biggest things what Zeniq have developed over a long time now. It's one of the most valuable assets of the entire Zeniq ecosystem, and to really understand the potential of that, we will have to go a little bit deeper to really understand what that is. And that what will get tokenized, and this master notes, this voucher, this product coupon, what you get in this option 2, what we have seen before, are dedicated to this project. So that means you can purchase them with that master notes and can mint the token for this project. So what is it? And so few people, of course, also few leaders, we've spoken also with them up front, what they think about it. And they were absolutely excited because it's huge. It's really huge. And so to give that away, or a part of it away, of course, that's a big thing from the Zeniq side. So we just can say thank you. So what will be tokenized? A platform which have the potential to get, how to say, in the billions when we talk about the valuation. We will see that in the next few minutes because this platform is called Nomo. It's the Nomo app, but the app itself is, how to say, not really displays what it really is. It's much more than that. So possibly everyone have recognized that behind Nomo stays a massive technical infrastructure, which have taken very long time to build it up. And now it's made on a way that when you compare it with everything out in the market, it's unbeatable. It's unbeatable. But to understand it a little bit more, we will go there in now step by step. What is this Nomo app? What is this Nomo platform? So here we just see a few key or core features which are partly already activated, and also features what we can expect in the future, or they're already in development process. So on one side, you have the possibility with this app, with this platform, to unbank yourself. So that means you have a self-custodial wallet, 100% decentralized. You can send and receive digital assets, NFT and staking possibilities, swap function, crypto and debit card integration, plus. So that means everything what the blockchain and crypto market have to offer can and will be implemented also in this application, and even more because there is no limitation on it. So that we are coming in a few minutes. Then, of course, it's the first real decentralized messenger worldwide. So you also know, of course, right now it's still the beta phase. We also have seen about the development status of this messenger more in a little bit more in Budapest on the global summit. And I think everyone who have seen that was very impressed because two of the main developers have presented it by themselves. So it's end-to-end encrypted, 100% decentralized. So video and voice capability. Then of course you can write there like in a normal messenger, send pictures, documents, group chat function, group video possibility. And it's the first messenger worldwide where you can send cryptocurrencies without knowing the wallet address of the receiver. So it's running through the application, through the messenger. So this is spectacular, but this nobody have seen anywhere else until today. Yeah? So these are two core fundamentals of this application, but it's much more bigger than that. And this is the so-called web-on store, fully decentralized. And we will see then a few examples that really everyone understands which potential that has. In-house developments can be there added to the normal platform. Developments of cooperation partners, like for example, Woo, also those people which were in Budapest have seen there that they're preparing also for next year to have a web-on for their marketplace on the Nomo app. So that means you will be then also able to book their flight directly in the Nomo app through this web-on applications. Also, users which are using the application can do that by themselves to create such a web-on and offer their services, products, whatever, into this marketplace, what it is. And of course, also third-party developer. So that means also companies who say there's a big customer base, we can offer their product services. It goes in all directions. So this third part of this Nomo app and of this platform is much more bigger, like anyone could possibly assume right now. It have basically unlimited potential. And I just want to give you one example to that. So you know, of course, that it's getting more and more tough to bring specific features, for example, in the Google Play Store, or even more hard it's getting in the meantime on the Apple Store. Yeah? So because a few businesses, they want to do in the future by their own. They don't want the other one is doing that. But I just want to give you an example how big this can go. Yeah? So everyone here in the call for sure knows the Apple Store or also the Google Play Store. So they are operating in the billions. There's $1 billion heavy companies. But the reason is, or the question is, why? So do they have programmed all these applications, all these features, these games and everything what they can download there by their own? Of course not. These were third-party developers, third-party providers, third-party companies. So, but they have offered and have created this platform where these applications can run. So, and when we know that everything is going in the direction of blockchain and crypto and everything what is happening there right now worldwide, then we also have to ask ourselves, is there right now any decentralized platform worldwide where you can list blockchain-based applications? So like in the Apple Store, but blockchain-based. And the answer is no. So the first one who brings that together with that we are in this time where everything moves to the blockchain, to these new technologies, there is basically no limit. So this would be similar when you would have started, I don't know how many years ago, like Apple have set up their system, when you do that now with blockchain-based applications.
Yeah, I think maybe also to underline this decentralized platform and blockchain-based applications is one topic, which is very specific. But the app can also include all other websites that are out there. Every company, every API that we can connect to our Nomo app can be included in the app. So example, Uber, we can do a contract with Uber and Uber can be directly in the Nomo app. We can have the supermarket, which is next to it, to have a website, we can include this. So there is multiple possibilities in the future that you will have running directly on the Nomo app. So it's really huge.
And like said before, which is important on that, it's unlimited from the possibilities. So, you know, like spoken before, it's getting very hard, also specifically for companies which are blockchain driven and have to do something, how to say, crypto wallets or something like that, also when they're self-custodial, to list these features on applications which have to get released afterwards by Apple or by Google. So possibly everyone knows also that for the Nomo app, the swap function was finalized end of June. So, but it was not possible to release it because Apple have not allowed to release it. So it was ready. So for that reason, already months ago, after this has happened, so the programmers have started to build up this system. The work have already started many months before, basically, but of course, then they have intensified it. So this is also the reason why now with these add-ons, a swap function can be integrated, because on the old way, this would be not possible anymore. And this is not something what specifically Zeniq is facing, this challenge. All those companies out there which are operating in this industry is getting more and more these challenges to solve, because like I said, these big operators want to have specific business areas in the future for their own. So, and it's very easy for them to just limit something, and yeah, then you just can go through them. So that means also the swap function was also presented, of course, in Budapest, and also that Avenok ETH to Avenok Zen 20 will be finalized soon, and it is finalized. So it's already live for testers. They are testing now everything, because this is also, how to say, in the crypto world, one of the most important things. Everything have to run 100%. And when the test is now finalized, it will be released. I cannot say, I'm not a programmer, I cannot say how long this takes now. Is it 2 days, 3 days, 4 days? But it's not far away anymore. And then it's get released to everyone out there on the Nomo app with these add-ons. So, but now we are coming back to possible use cases, just to understand a little bit more this web-on store. So what is activated already there as a web-on is, for example, the possibility to do a KYC process on the blockchain, which is super unique. So such a service, when you are in interactions with other companies which are requesting such a service, this creates an income. And when you, of course, have hundreds of millions of users, it's a big income. This is just one example to that. Other example, with this web-ons, advertisement can run on the Nomo app. Also possibly someone have recognized, a few people have sent it me in the last few days, that on Telegram, there was on all this, how to say, posts, what we have done, there was under that, from the other blockchain company, whatever, there was advertising, but it was not really visible in the first moment as advertising. So this was not posted by Sophia or by Zeniq. This was posted from someone who have paid to have advertising on Telegram. So same similar situations, possibilities are also, of course, on the Nomo app. And of course, other use cases, just a few examples. Good scanning and certificates of authenticity. So these are these concepts that you say, from where my clothes are coming, from where my food is coming. So the list can be endless. There's no limitation based on the technical infrastructure, how it's built up. So that we get a little bit of feeling, what could be the value of something like that. So we just have a short look again, because we are going in a comparison. We just have a short look again on these three main fundaments of the Nomo app and of this Nomo platform, because it's also, of course, a desktop version out. It's not just on the smartphone. So then we have a look at how the market looks like when we talk about applications which are going in this direction. But how to say, that's what we have seen before with blockchain-based, decentralized, all these things. This is not the case here, but just to get a comparison from what we're talking. So Telegram, for example, is now, how to say, try to get a loan, $1 billion loan, to still make an expansion for their product in the markets. Right now, they have around 500 million users, and they're evaluated at around $30 billion. Telegram. So how WhatsApp looks like right now, around 2 billion users. And the current valuation is not really clear, because 2014, they were sold to Facebook, which is in the meantime called Meta. And this was to this time a price of 16 billion. But this was 2014. So you can assume in the meantime, I don't know, it's the double, it's the triple, don't know. So, and then of course is there this, how to say, app which everyone knows out there in the meantime. It's more entertainment, it goes more in this direction, but also education, of course. And this is TikTok. TikTok is owned by ByteDance. This is the company which is owning TikTok. They have right now around 1.6 billion users and evaluated with $250 billion. So, but all this, when you see that here, we have seen before a few features like self-custodian crypto wallets, decentralized, send crypto through the messenger, web-on store. This you will not find there. So for that reason, we make a small comparison. So we just remember back Telegram. You can write, you can call, you can make group calls. This everything is great, but this is what Nomo represents. So, and now we make a comparison between that. Here you see the key features of Nomo, and now we compare it with Telegram. And just to have in mind again, Telegram have evaluation out there right now of $30 billion. So we make it like that we say, okay, these are the core features of Nomo, and now we have a look what features you have in Telegram with a valuation of $30 billion. Yeah. So based on that, you can a little bit assume which potential this has. Yeah? And what is also very important on this whole thing is how these valuations are done. Of course, there are income streams of advertising, of different possibilities. You can create a lot of income streams in all directions when you have such a tool like the Nomo app. But also what is a very important figure is, of course, how many users are using that. Because when you go in cooperation with a company, what these examples, what Erwin had just have said before, and they say, okay, we want to enter there because we have access to a lot of users there, which are seeing our advertising, our products, our services. How more users you have, how high is getting the valuation of the whole thing, because how more expensive for third-party providers it gets to enter there because the possibilities are higher. And what is also very interesting here, of course, this is a possible next step, but you not just have there a possible advertising, there are also self-custodial crypto wallets. So that means people just could click the button and could buy it. So all these other apps that we have seen before, they not have anything close, like the Nomo app, have partly already and will develop in addition. And partly of that, of course, is already in development phase or already in the beta phase. So it's not so far away. Yeah. So just that we have a little bit in mind from what we are talking about. And also we as a community can leverage that massively up because like I said before, how more users are using such a platform, how more interesting it gets for third-party providers of services, of products, whatever, to get involved. And this, of course, is creating possible additional income streams. So when we have seen before these valuations, and we just think in this direction, we are right now around 600,000 users only in Sophia. Yeah? So that means to go or multiply with 10 is not so far away. This would be already 6 billion just from the Sophia side. Yeah? So, but of course, a lot of more activities will be done that is getting out into the market, that the people know about it. So when we reach with Nomo app around 100 million users, with all these possibilities, what we just have seen before, this could create a completely unpredictable business value of the Nomo app and of this platform. Yeah? So this is something so strong because, like I said before, this is something what everyone will get now. So 80% of the master nodes compared to the original the purchasing price of TUPAN, a product voucher where you can buy these master nodes to mint this Nomo token. And so this, when you look a little bit on the figures and on the potential, this have the potential to go much more bigger, like TUPAN ever could do it, even if they run the best CO2 project everything. Yeah? So just to understand, this is something to be very excited about. Yeah? So I'm very excited and very happy that Zeniq, how to say, have offered this super strong solution. Erwin?
Yeah.
I hope I said everything correct.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, no. Yeah, no, everything perfect. I think there is a big potential, and we are very happy to have this now, let's say, pushed a little bit forward and planned. And I think it's a great tool also to onboard new clients, new customers. Yeah, and it's to see, you know, the app costs nothing. You can download it for free. You can test it. You see the possibilities, and I think it's a great tool that we can easily multiplicate and easily sell also then in the future. And I think it's from my point of view a very good move, and also a great support, and also for the Sapphire community to have another great project.
Exactly. And so, of course, sometimes a few people asking, of course, why this is taking sometimes a little bit longer when we talk about the normal app or whatever. So just to think a little bit about it, when this would be easy to make, then it would be already exist on the market. Nobody else was until today able to develop something like that. So on that, I think we all together can be very proud, and this also is the foundation for this massive potential. So, but we have spoken, of course, also before this was done now, this call with a few people, what they think about it, because also this feedback was very important to us. Daniel, you are in the call.
Yes, hello, good evening. Hello, Werner. Hi, Erwin. Very nice to have you and to be on this spectacular call.
Great. So possibly you would like to share with us our thoughts, what you think about this tokenization.
First of all, I must say a big thank, and I'm proud and grateful to be a part of Sapphire community for the last 2.5 years. And I always said from the first day why I joined this, it's not just because we'll be happily to share all the success, but also I joined this because I'll be all over time dealing with the obstacles that will come on the way, which is totally normal for such a big company, and of course, especially when we started as a startup. So the things what you brought here, special thanks to Erwin Doctor and you, Werner Kaiser, it's absolutely unbelievable. It gives you so much strength. Believe in the community, believe in the company that is behind the community, that is only the reason is that they are thinking about us, and that they will back up us all the way. And I really do think that we will be the number one, that's for sure. Because my heart right now is beeping like 100% and very hard to talk. And with this solution, what you came up with it's something that maybe I think never dreams you'll be able to have the possibility to be a part of something huge, to be a part of something that can be bigger than Apple Store or even Google Play. I'm still can tell it like that, yeah. And this is due to us. Now it's our job, it's our time to bring the community up, to raise the millions and millions of community in Sapphire, and to bring all of our projects to be successful. And I don't doubt a second that we will do that. So thank you so much again. I'm right now jumping on the chairs on the street and really excited. And yeah, it gives a lot of strength to everyone to show what we are capable of.
Great, great. Mladen, possibly also in the call.
Yes. Hello, everybody. Greetings from Croatia. So it's really not easy to share how to say excitement, because last few months, actually, maybe I can tell that in this company I'm since beginning. 3 years, from the early beginning. And it's normal that in life, in business, everywhere, sometimes you have challenges. But really big thank to all of you, because you make amazing solution, and this solution comes very fast. And to be honest, I'm speechless, because if people really understand what they get, so everything is fine. They get their TUPAN masternodes, but they get additional project that can be, from my point of view, be multi-billion project. So from my point of view, I think this is the best project in our portfolio. So, what to say after that? I think lots of people, when everything a little bit, how to say, be more understandable, because from my point of view, I'm shocked about this solution. So guys, thank you very much. And we will see each other very soon on big event in Croatia. And what to say now, we are on a full gas, you know, to push community to the maximum.
Great. This was already a great, how to say, teaser, Mladen, because there are a few national events, but possibly not so far away from you. So, this is also a great place to be. But of course, I want to give over to Henk, that you say us a little bit more about that.
Sure. But thank you, Werner. But before I do that, I want to say a few other things, and then I come back to the nationals. There is a famous saying there are two ways to build the highest house in town. The first way is that you're breaking down all the other houses, and that is a sign of weakness. And the other way, and that's the Sapphire way and the Zeniq way, is really building the highest house built on skills and technology and knowledge. And this is showing strengths and leadership. Anyway, I think it's important to understand the meaning of this saying. Anyway, you are now in a possibility, like you have shares, digital shares, tokens from Telegram or WhatsApp. It's really unbelievable, because this will be the first decentralized app, as when I explained, in the world with web-ons. It's like Apple started a few years ago in the Apple Store, but of course now this is that is central, and this is decentral. But we have now to take the focus on the marketing instruments and taking the excitement of this Zoom and put this so much in positive energy to grow your business, to grow your income. And we have, as he said, fantastic nationals. We have a national in Estonia on the 25th of this month of November. We have on the 2nd of December, we have in Zagreb, and on the 21st of January in Rotterdam. I will be there because the first time for all the people who speak Netherlands in the Netherlands and in Belgium, that I can talk in my own language. So this is fantastic. So we have these fantastic national events, but we don't have to wait to those national events. We have to start now. We're doing a lot of napkins, doing a lot of presentations, Zooms, live presentations. We have to do our name list. We have to invite, and we have to really start working to move your own company and your own business to the next level. So position yourself for this fantastic coming year, 2024. 2024 will be our year, the year of Sapphire, but more important, it will be your year. I love to see you all on the events around. I love always to meet you personally. I always try to have a personal contact with everybody. It's not so easy, but I really like that. I love this community. Let me end with this. I love this community. Back to Werner.
Great. So I also just can say thanks for everyone who was attending this call. So in the next days and weeks, of course, more information about NOMO and procedures. And of course, this will all be communicated. This was just information for everyone, that everyone knows how to say. We do everything that the community have how to say, a fantastic future. So this is the main intention, no? And also, of course, with this challenge with TUPAN, that there is a good way how to overcome that and get even something stronger like it was before. So like I said before, sometimes happening things which are not so nice, but by later on possibly you recognize it have created a situation that it was better afterwards, like it was originally planned. So I say thanks to everyone in the call.
Werner, may I interrupt you? Because you remind me, there is a very famous Dutch football player. I knew him personally. His name was Johan Cruyff. And he said, every negative has its positive. And that's exactly the case here. So thank you, Johan.
Right. So big thank you. And also this statement, what we have seen in the presentation, also will be put out during the next 1.5 to 2 hours. But the most important thing is a solution. Yeah? Everything else is like it is, but the solution is that what counts. And so I'm very happy to see everyone soon again, somewhere in person, one of these events, for example. And big thanks to Erwin, big thanks to Henk, and to the whole Zeniq team that they have made that possible. And so I think we can look very, very positive forward. And yeah, all the best to everyone. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Oh, ciao.